loose ball, and it's gonna go. Maddie buries it in the net to tie it. It's good! Our Fred TV sports coverage of the week takes us to Durfee High School's Mac Aldridge Field, where we see the girls' soccer team. They've had a week off and are ready to welcome Big Three rival Brockton to their home turf. Hello again, everybody. I'm Evan Massoud, high atop the press box here. Another beautiful sunny day here, the final day of September. I can't believe it. I feel like we just started the year. We're already basically at the halfway mark of fall 2025. Durfee Hilltoppers, as I said, have not played a game since we last saw them. That was the Attleboro loss a week ago, a really tough night here at home for the Durfee girls. Hoping to bounce back, hoping that a week of practice for them has helped them. You know, I mean, it's not so much a situation here where you necessarily need the rest, but to work on some things. And that was obviously a tough night for them against the Blue Bombardiers. So plenty of time for Coach Tavares and his crew to work with the girls, to try to correct some mistakes and have them ready to go against a Brockton team that frankly isn't having the best season either. They do have a couple of big wins, one being against New Bedford. They scored a lot of goals in that one. They also beat Fontbonne Early College of Boston. That was about a 7-1 score as well. So those are their two wins, but other than that, it hasn't been too great for the Boxers either. So this is a game that both teams, I'm sure, are hungry for. Both teams want a win because it'll help them down the road, especially being that this is a conference matchup. This is game 1 of 4 for Durfee and Diamond coverage combined this week. We also are teaming up with our friends at DCTV for field hockey tomorrow, Durfee's road game. Thursday, we'll see the Diamond girls volleyball team for the first time over at the James T. Ashley Gym. And on Friday, Diamond's football team returns back home here to Durfee. We'll see that game as well at 7 p.m. So it's a loaded week here of sports coverage for you as we hit the halfway mark of the fall. Tonight, girls soccer coming up right after the break, so stick around.
Fall River Public Schools has employment opportunities in various departments for people looking to work with the next generation. We want you to join our team. We have openings for teachers, paraprofessionals, and teacher assistants, as well as other educational support positions. We're also looking to fill operational support positions such as custodial, security, food service, and more. Fall River Public Schools offers competitive salary and benefit plans. We have rewarding work available in our 21st century schools and learning environments. Come grow with us. Please contact the Human Resources Department at 508-675-8420, extension 53708. Or see the current job postings on our website at fallriverschools.org.
We welcome you back to Durfee's Mac Aldridge Field. Evan Massoud with you here live on Fred TV for our first game of the week. Busy week, a lot of teams we're going to see here on our live broadcasts. Brockton and Durfee's pregame intro's done. It is an absolutely beautiful night last night of September here. .65 degrees at game time. It is cooling off tomorrow, and Thursday and Friday going to be considerably cooler here on the South Coast. So any of the outdoor games, we're barely going to hit into the mid-60s the next couple days. So it'll definitely feel more like October. How fitting, since tomorrow is the 1st of October. Brockton will be in their road white uniforms. Durfee in the home blacks. 40-minute halves here, as we always do. Durfee football had a fantastic game at Somerset Berkeley on Friday. A big-time win for them. The team is 2-2. It's been a long time since they were 2-2 after 4 games, and they really worked hard. The Dartmouth game was a good game. It was really not a bad game. Pretty clean overall. Just came up a touchdown short. Dartmouth made a couple extra plays, but for a place that usually is very unkind to Durfee, as has Somerset, quite frankly, been. It was not a bad showing in Dartmouth, and then last week at Somerset, defeating the Blue Raiders 27-13 to give them a 500 record of 2-2. So Durfee this week will be on the road at Braintree while Diamond plays here. And then the Hilltoppers will be home the final 2 for 2 weeks in mid-October. Durfee's game from Friday, though, in Somerset is it is airing on Fred TV. We shared the link on our page as well here on Facebook. Off to your left here, if we can get a shot, they're working on one of the nets and the goal there. It looks like the corner may have come loose, so getting a little help from their friends here is going up the ladder with the official there to try to get everything secure. That's the only reason for the holdup at the moment here. But yeah, you can see the net is dangling on the side. It looks like the clip came loose. It's Liliana Gonzalez getting a boost. But yeah, so if you missed that game, if you couldn't be there, Somerset Berkeley, the Blue Raiders Studios, Somerset Access Television, along with Berkeley Cable Television, Access Television, combined for coverage of that one. And so fortunate to have that on record. Always nice to see a win, especially that it was nearby. And so we thank them for getting us the footage. Tara Peckham, one of our former Fred TV colleagues here, who's still running the studio at the high school in Somerset, got us that footage and airing it for you here in the city. So three officials today. It is a conference game. Our head official with the whistle there in the middle of the field. 2 line judges with flags up and down the sidelines. Wish we could have 3 every night. So off we go here in conference game number 1 for Durfee. They were supposed to see New Bedford last Thursday, but as you know, the games were canceled Thursday. We had so much rain Wednesday into Thursday. While it was not raining at scheduled game time, everything was very wet, and so the decisions were made to cancel both the road and home games. The boys ended up playing Friday here. They lost. The girls will make it up next week. Shot taken, and Cucci able to stop it as Brockton gets the first shot on net of the contest. Let's run down the starters for you here. We'll start with the visiting Boxers, who are 2-3-2 on the season. Number 1, Marlies Wagner. Number 3, Savannah Gomes. Number 5, Brianna DePina. Number 7, Kaylee Pina. Number 8, Gianna Reynoso. Number 9, Soraya Hubani. Number 13, Emily Chisma. Number 17, Campbell Miller. Number 19, Madison Pina. Number 21, Alize Andrade. And in goal, number 33, Courtney Miller, senior for Brockton. Head coach for the Boxers is Rolando Lopes. They're dealing with a surplus of injuries. He scratched out 5 varsity players from our roster right before he even started circling starters. So definitely a tough situation to start with. So there are some JV players up. He wrote in a couple for us as well here. So, but just bear with us in case there's somebody missing from here. Trying to sort through five injuries that he crossed out here on the roster. So, been a tough go of it last couple games for him for sure. But as you know, injuries are part of it. Durfee without some key players as well. So, just unfortunate, but the way it goes. That's a good pass here down the field to Pina. And it comes back toward the sideline, right in front of Brad Silva. Good to see Brad. His daughter Rachel, multi-sport, multi-year, was MVP last year. She graduated, class of 25. Hope she's doing well in college. Nice to see Brad getting some stills. For Durfee, starters tonight, we have number 2, Giselle Moussat. Number 4, Jade Winslow. Number 5, Leah Dias. Number 6, Mia Costa. Number 8, Kaya Raposo. Number 10, Mia Pavo. Number 13, Julia Rumsey. Number 17, Gianna Gomes. Number 20, Presley Yentz. Number 21, Ella Farias. And in goal, number 26, Abby Cucci. And Cucci was ready to make a play there, but defense backing her up a bit as they clear that out. Foot race to the ball, and Durfee will get there first. Good effort there from Winslow. It is blocked by the Boxers there, number 3. That's Gomes. Now down in the corner with Winslow. And it is kicked out of bounds by Gomes. Durfee will have the goal kick. A nice move, shot taken. It'll sail wide right and into the field hockey goal there. That's off the back of the playing surface. Looking forward to seeing field hockey tomorrow on the road for sure. Haven't seen them in a bit. As you know, usually do the Dartmouth games on the road. First game against Dartmouth was here very early in the year. It was a 5-1 loss here at Durfee. Field hockey's had kind of a tough schedule since we saw them the Brockton game. They had made it 3 in a row at that point. Brockton, Fairhaven, and New Bedford. Now they've gone 0-3-1 their last 4 games. Losses to Seekonk, tie to Middleborough, Taunton a loss as well, and then a 10-1 loss to Somerset. So looking to try to get back in the win column tomorrow. Dartmouth is 5-1-1. Similar schedule, not giving up a lot of goals this year. So definitely going to be a tough one. Excited to see some of the Diamond teams this week as well. Diamond girls volleyball is 5-5 coming into, they won yesterday against Bristol Aggie. And so their next game being Thursday is what we'll see. They beat Tri-County already once this year, 3-1. That's who they're facing. And football picked up their first loss at Blue Hills. They beat Case 12-0 opening night, and then Bay Path Regional, they beat 22-7. They're out in Charlton, Massachusetts, before losing last week to Blue Hills. They had a bye in between, so with the extra rest, losing at Blue Hills. Blue Hills always tough. They always have a good football program, good athletics in general. Usually Diamond and Blue Hills kind of vie for the top spot in most of the sports in the Mayflower Conference. So the Warriors out in Canton, we've been there before for playoff games, always very tough. The Hawks, Southeastern, another group that is usually pretty tough. The Blue Hills game was on the road there, 22-15. So Diamond's first loss, but not, again, I wouldn't say a terrible game, at least just based on the score. It's only a one-score game. We'll definitely get the breakdown from Coach Barry before the game on Friday, which will be against Tri-County, another conference game. Corner kick for the Hilltoppers here as we come up to the 10-minute marker here in the first. That one gets sent back to the back of the box, and Durfee not able to take a shot. That one sent way down the field. It's going to roll all the way to Cucci, who comes out and will scoop it. Oh, almost misplayed it. In fact, did misplay it, and Durfee has to try to cover, and Brockton's going to score on the miscue. Oh, man, that's a killer right there. Well, Durfee's going to find themselves down here 1-0 on a goal they kind of gave away there, unfortunately. We saw that a couple times, a couple miscues in the Attleboro loss, but now a timeout for the Hilltoppers. But definitely, that's one that if you can't scoop it, you got to, I mean, hey, things happen. But that's a tough one. Tough one here early. back out of the timeout here. Strong throw in there on the far side. Hilltoppers, though, will play from behind, and hopefully they can tie it up early and get something going here. Center of the field here. Durfee going to try to clear it away. Get it down. They cannot. Now Winslow double teamed. Will kick it out. It'll be a throw for Brockton. Goal kick here for Durfee. That's out off of Brockton. Durfee should have the throw. They will. Good pass up by Winslow. That's going to roll all the way to the corner. I think it may have gone out off of Winslow, and it's going to be a corner kick. It is, yeah. That goes out of play. Far sideline out of play off the foot of Farias, trying to get it down the field for Durfee. Good throw from Farias. Brockton in business again. Good shot taken there from Miller. Ended up going into the back of one of the Hilltoppers. And a foul here as Andrade hits the turf and will earn the free kick. Winslow trying to cut back, has it taken away. Gomes takes the shot, and Cucci, it goes through her hands, and Brockton has scored again. That one rolling out of bounds just before getting to Cucci, so Durfee will have the kick. Shot taken. Cucci bats it away, is able to get there and make the play. Durfee hasn't played in a week, and it really is kind of a double-edged sword. You know, it's nice to kind of have the time off, can work on things, girls get some rest, the whole bit, but at the same time, you know, you kind of don't like to be away from seeing live competition for that long. At least that's my opinion. Because then it's also, you know, you get down to it and you say, well, you get a whole week off, and yet you have, you know, 3 game weeks for the next, say, 3 or 4 weeks of the year. Well, why not sneak one in instead of taking a week off, right? I mean, easier said than done. You know, I don't make the schedule, and I don't envy any of the athletic directors who have to worry about that. But from this seat, it's easy to say. You know, I mean, I'm looking at the schedule here, and after this week, next week, they have Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. The following week, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. Then the following week, Tuesday, Thursday, Monday, Tuesday, to end the year. And that's, you know, if there are no rescheduled games. You know, next week there's a rescheduled game because they didn't get to play last week. So I know they had the postponement, sure. But still, I mean, it doesn't make it easy, you know, when you lose a game, to have that whole week off. Coach Tavares was saying, you know, at least, you know, with a younger team here, getting used to varsity minutes, varsity speed, you know, it didn't hurt having the time off. Certainly did get to work on things. So getting better with each practice, with each game. I mean, and, you know, those 2 miscues in goal by Cucci. Cucci's only a freshman goalie. You know, those are mistakes that are going to happen. And, you know, it's always disappointing to see, but that just comes with the territory. So we've seen it many times. Not just, I mean, in boys soccer and in girls soccer, in hockey, field hockey. Anytime you have a goalie who's in that position at a young, underclassman age at the varsity level, you're going to see those kinds of mistakes, unfortunately. And that's not necessarily a fault. She'll learn from that, and she's going to get better with each game. Durfee here has to really, the biggest thing right now is they have to figure out a way to generate some offense. And that's what's really been a challenge here in fall 25. I mean, their one win was against Diamond. It was a 2-0 win. They have not scored more than 2 goals in a game, and that's only happened 3 times. So you got to be able to score, put some pressure on the other team. And Attleboro, of course, was very, very good. But, here Brockton, a team that's struggling right now, lost a lot of players. Durfee needs to get one here in the last 20 minutes of the first half. Try to make it 2-1 and go into the break with it being just the 1-goal game. Out of bounds, see, and right there, that's a mental mistake too. That's Brianna DePina, number 5 for Brockton, a freshman as well. By her senior year, would not expect her to touch that ball. She'd let it go out of bounds and not make the play and say, well, we'll take the throw in. But she went for it, and now Durfee gets the ball. So, again, it's all relative. Now a free kick for the Hilltoppers. I believe that. Is that Musat? Is that number 2? Nope, number 8. That's Kaya Raposo. Getting ready to fire here. Hooking into the box. That's a good one. Durfee got a leg on it, and it's just wide left of the post. I like it. Good setup there. On target. And now you'll make Brockton kick it away. Well, we don't get to talk pro sports too much either because we don't really cover pro sports, but nice win by the Pats on Sunday, and now MLB playoffs starting tonight. Sox and Yankees for round 1. And, just because, as that shot is off the post, Brockton beat Durfee's defender. That's out of play. Just because, we'll throw it out there, and we'll see what happens. Every series is different. Every team is different. But if you go back to 2004, when the Red Sox came back against New York, down 0-3, include that series, as well as 2018, as well as 2021, and the Red Sox have knocked out the Yankees the last 3 playoff series that they have seen each other. So, which is really amazing when you think about it, that I know there were some tough years, but the fact that the Sox and Yankees did not square off from 2004 to 2018 in the playoffs is pretty amazing. I know there were some last place finishes in the 2010s there, but very surprising, quite honestly. I didn't realize that had been the case. Punted away there by Cucci. Waiting on the throw there now. All bunched up along the sideline. This one's coming back, and Brockton going to try to go on the attack. Durfee does a nice job at slowing up the Boxers that time. That was Gomes again. Gomes seems to be, she's a junior, seems to be one of the more dynamic up the field players for the Boxers. She has made a lot of plays. That's number 2 with the crossing pass. Had a corner kick earlier. Number 2 is crossed out on our roster, so there may have been a jersey change at the last minute after I spoke with Coach Loeb. So I'm sorry, we don't have who number 2 is. That's going to roll out. And that time, The Boxers letting it roll. Andrade waiting and then throwing in. Andrade sends it right back. Presley Yentz clears it out of the traffic. And Musat jars it loose. Now far side. Amira Miranda tried to turn it around. And she'll give way to her teammate who will get the throw. Shot is going to go wide right. Hilltoppers getting the throw in here well down the field. Good turnaround from Pavo. And Brockton clears it out all the way to the sideline, about half, right at midfield. Down in the box. Durfee trying to get a shot off. Ball still in play. And it's rolling, rolling, rolling out of bounds. Pavo with the pass to Yentz. Stopped in the around the 35-yard line there by Brockton's, at the time, the lone defender back there. That's going to be a foul. Yeah, a little bit of a push. And out of bounds it goes off of Durfee. That's a really nice job there by Marlise Wagner. She had good pressure from behind, was able to still make a kick, and then it bounced right out of bounds off of the Hilltoppers. Centering pass going to go sailing out of bounds to the right. Out of play. Good stretch there from Kaylee Pena trying to get there. A lot of spin on it there and kicked out by Andre. Durfee will throw again. Winslow. Nice bouncer. Out of play again. Hey, you know, keep going up the field. Let's go. Third time. Maybe fourth time. That's, ooh. That looked like it was out off of Brockton. No argument by Durfee, but the angle that I was at here, I thought it went off of the green cleats there of Pena. All the way across the field to Miranda. Presley Entz. We saw her speed in the Attleboro game. This could be Durfee's first really good surge of the night here. She slows up, spin move, trying to get through the defense, gets by one. Now into the edge of the box, shot taken, it's deflected out of bounds, and Durfee will earn the corner kick. Nice defensive play right there. I believe that was Andrade who got her foot on it to deflect it before Courtney Miller, the goalkeeper, could make the play. So nice little burst of offense there. The Hilltoppers will kick from the corner. That's going to be Gomes kicking it in from the far side of the field. Off the knee. And taken back here by the Boxers out of the box. It's a foot race. Gomes beats Cucci. Defense cannot get rid of it. And Brockton has scored their third. And unfortunately, it comes on kind of another miscue for Durfee. Eight and a half to play here in the first half. That last goal really disappointing just because, you know, you just saw the Hilltoppers kind of get their first surge of the game. Jens, you know, putting them in a position to take a shot. They earned the corner kick, got the ball down the other end. You think maybe this could be the start. That worked. You know, a little bit of a momentum shift, but then very quickly on the ensuing change here, you know, change at the side of the field after the corner kick, just like that, you have Brockton come back up the field and they take advantage. That's a shot taken, batted away, still in play, but going too far out of the box the other direction. Nice cut in there from Pavo to get to midfield. Out of bounds it goes. It'll be Durfee's ball. And here is Winslow. He's been handling the throws on this side. That one's going to roll out. And it should be Durfee's ball still. Oh, no. Again, out off of Brockton. Man, a couple really close calls that I thought would go the other way, but both officials watching. That last one, our line judge needed help on. Our official in the middle of the field is the one who actually made the call. Andrade backed up about 10 yards. A little bit too far up the field. They, the officials are usually, ooh, that one came up. Hit Presley Jens there kind of square in the mouth. Seems to be okay. But, the officials usually pretty lenient, with where throw-ins happen. It's never like right on the perfect spot, but there's also, within reason. Five minutes left in the half. 3-0 Brockton. That one deflected. Cucci able to wrap it up, but Brockton came storming in case it came loose. A nice diving stop right there from Cucci. She'll punch it away. Short kick. Doesn't get too far. Shot taken, and it is good. Brockton has scored their fourth. And I believe that was Gomes again. So if it is, and I have my scoring right, that's 3 goals for Gomes here in the first half. So 2 goals for Brockton here in the final 10 minutes. And 2-0, a little more manageable, but 4-0, a comfortable lead as they close out the first half. Jens with a burst has to get by just one defender. Nice cut back. Presley Jens will take the shot and score. Durfee on the board here. A quick answer, and it's 4-1. We just heard from the far side. I'm not sure if that was Krista. I think it was Krista Chauvin. Yeah. Saying it's not over. Of course it's not over. You got a whole second half to play. Trying to keep the girls' heads in it here. I mean, it can certainly, the pressure can wait on you after a while, for sure. But this is where, you take back some of those, a couple of the miscues, and this could be a 2-1 game very easily right now, which is kind of what I was alluding to less than 10 minutes ago, before that third goal. So maybe that's a good sign for the Hilltoppers here. We have a timeout on the field on the far side. I had to break out the binoculars, almost couldn't see. The far side of the field not as well lit. Our trainer, Kelly Mahoney, going to work on Giselle Moussat. It looks like working on like the cleat area down near the ankle. Walks it off, but has to come out for the moment. All right, now we're back at it here for the final 3 minutes. Durfee's got to play smart here. You don't want to let one sneak by after you just got a goal back. Got to hold Brockton here with now under 3 to go in the half. And that one's going to get in. Cucci unable to hang on to it, and it got by the fingers, unfortunately. 5-1 Brockton. Pass down up ahead. Gets by the Hilltoppers. Now there to back it up. (6-1) Brockton. Jens chasing. Jens trying to get back to the strong leg here. Triple teamed, shot taken, hooks just left. Oh, and that is the half, even though our clock has yet to expire here. So I often wonder how. I thought we stopped for goals. That's why they whistle and stop for the timeouts. And we were ahead based on when the injury timeout happened, and then the clock still runs out here on the field before us. So I don't know. We got one of these days got to talk to the officials and see. I'd like to know what how they're keeping time on the field. But for now, we head into the halftime break. It is 6-1 in favor of Brockton. A very tough final. Really 5 minutes. Durfee allowing 3 goals in the last 5 minutes of the first half. A couple of them that probably should not have gone in. But unfortunately, that's where we stand here at the end of 40 minutes. Hilltoppers have to regroup as they take the halftime break. We will do the same and see you on the other side for the final 40 minutes. Stay tuned. More soccer after this. hand it off. Back to Romero. Romero forges ahead. Touchdown, Hilltoppers.
Coming in, you're really scared. You might be a little nervous, but I think being a part of a team gives you friends who can come with you all the way through high school, and then coaches looking out for you. I think as an athlete, you can improve and learn the art of dedication.
That shot taken. Cadet will take the shot and score.
Hard work pays off. From my freshman year, starting off hardly knowing anything about sports to now my junior year, having almost all the school records in track and field. I feel like this school shows a lot of opportunities in classrooms and out of classrooms.
Durfee on three! 1, 2, 3, Durfee!
High flip to Espinal. Open three. Got it! Big time hit from Granum.
Durfee has such a great community, such great pride, where people who love to be here, we love to compete, we love to play, and it's such a great opportunity.
Corralled by Camara, full steam ahead, weaving through traffic, takes the shot, and it's good! Camara, coast to coast!
I've made a lot of great friends playing sports. I really appreciate how it fosters a community amongst all of the athletes, even in between sports seasons.
Good pass up the field, gets some good backspin on it, and it is a loose ball, shot, and it's good! To tie it, it's good! Medeiros on the PK!
You have a lot of support and a lot of people around you. It's a good environment, especially the sports teams.
Great. O'Connell with the three, and the lead is over 30.
I know how much pride it takes to be a topper, so it made me work harder so I can be more successful.
It's really great to just be able to learn accountability, reliability, just getting involved in school, and I feel like the best way to do that is to join a sport.
In the air in a deep left field. Coppola heading back at the wall. It's gone! 3-run home run for Montilla, and it's a 2-run game.
Hi, I'm Maggie O'Connell. I'm Julia Hargraves.
My name's Emma McDonald.
I'm Julia Raposa, and we are the leaders of the Active Minds chapter here at Durfee.
Active Minds is the nation's premier nonprofit organization supporting mental health awareness and education for young adults. They're a national leader for young adults' mental health, advocacy, and suicide prevention. Did you know 1 in 5 Americans suffer from mental health illness? 1 in 5.
As Active Mind leaders, we had the opportunity to attend a MIAA Sportsmanship Summit a couple months ago. We had the privilege to sit in on a workshop that was focused on mental health and were introduced to the Kyle Cares program, where the story of Kyle Johnson was shared with us.
Kyle Johnson had a profound impact on many people in his 19 years. He had a passion for helping others and was driven with the motivation to make those around him happy. Kyle always put others before himself despite his own internal pain and struggles. His compassion made the world a better place. In Kyle's memory and in recognition of his legacy for caring for others, the Kyle Cares Foundation was created.
Kyle Cares is a nonprofit organization dedicated to promoting open and honest communication about mental health challenges experienced by teens and young adults in today's society. Kyle Cares aims to eliminate student self-harm and suicide by creating school environments where students and their caregivers have the confidence to support and seek help without shame or hesitation.
why we want it here at Durfee.
Having this Active Minds chapter here at Durfee is so important to us.
We want to help change the culture around mental health at Durfee.
No one should have to struggle alone.
We believe it's never too late to start taking care of your mental health, and we want to help begin the conversation about it.
We want to encourage those to seek help.
We want to empower the individuals to talk about and open up about their mental health.
We want to grow awareness to the resources available in our school.
Hi, I'm Mr. Tharan, one of the adjustment counselors here at Durfee. As an adjustment counselor, I work with students to support their social and emotional needs, mental health being one of those areas. I am currently working with your Active Minds leaders to support students through this awareness campaign. Durfee High School School Adjustment Counselors also work to connect our school with mental health resources. If you or someone you know is struggling with their mental health or needs to talk, please contact me or see one of your grade level adjustment counselors. If you are unsure which office to go to, please contact me or one of your Active Minds student leaders who will inform me and I can guide you in the right direction.
Overall, our mission is to create a change in the Durfee community so that mental health is openly discussed, cared for, and valued.
If you are passionate about caring for others, mindful about mental health, are seeking help or resources, or want to become a part of a supportive, judge-free community at Durfee, become an ally of mental health and join our Active Minds chapter.
Your mental health matters.
We're here for you. We will listen to you.
You are not alone.
You matter!
Right here, 150 years ago, a bustling rail line cut through the Spindle City.
The Old Colony Line was among the most utilized railroads in the United States.
People, mainly immigrants, some children, labored in mills. The railroad was essential to manufacturing and passenger service.
However, transportation methods evolved. For generations, these grafts of land were wasted space. Years of careless industry polluted the Quequechan River. Cherished by Native people, the name translates to falling water.
Conservationists advocated to reverse environmental damage and repurpose the tracks. The architectural firm, Brown, Richardson and Rowe, designed the pathway which opened in 2017. Some components are visionary. Other sections replicate endeavors in cities elsewhere.
Quequechan River Rail Trail is hidden by tree cover to buffer highway noise. The 2.5-mile route is habitat for many species, which, when quietly observed, foster an innate respect for nature. 12 years ago, voters approved a 1.5% property surcharge to fund the Community Preservation Act. Totaling nearly $425,000, CPA money was necessary for each phase of the rail trail.
Expansion is dependent upon continued revenue. Fall River joins other communities to develop a continuous 50-mile route of the South Coast Bikeway. CPA funds have supported thousands of significant projects in Massachusetts. Thank you for your continued interest in community beautification and betterment.
Welcome back, everybody, to Mac Aldridge Field, home of the Hilltoppers. Big three play tonight between Durfee and Brockton, and very, very tough end to the first half for Durfee. It had been 2-0 up until the 30-minute marker, where Brockton scored their third goal. And then in the final 5 minutes, Brockton scored 3 more times. Durfee did get one. It was 4-1, but really for less than a minute, it was 4-1. And Brockton scored 2 more in the final 3 minutes of the game to make it 6-1, final 3 minutes of the half. So Durfee with quite an uphill battle now. 4-1 was much more manageable. Probably should have been 2-1 at that point. But, you know, as they say, coulda, woulda, shoulda. That's moot. Got to deal with what it is now. So hopefully the Hilltoppers can find the net, find the goal a couple more times, and at least make a game out of this so it doesn't get to be a runaway for Brockton. Seven o'clock here at Durfee. All right, clock is rolling here. Pass down the field. As we switch sides, so Durfee looking to score here on the south side in the direction they were just going. Going up the field now. Hilltopper had the defense back. The Brockton ball, though, as they throw from the far side. That's DePina who will throw. Now Andrade going after it. She's going to throw now. That one was kicked out of bounds off of one of the Hilltoppers. A little extra there. Corner kick for Brockton. One of the Hilltoppers kind of hit the deck there. And a whistle will bail out the play as a foul gets called against Brockton. So Durfee with a free kick will hopefully get the ball well away from the box, back toward midfield. And spread it out a bit. Good line drive kick there, landing it short of the 40, crossing the emblem. Passed up or down the field towards the corner. Foot race to the ball, and will it stay in? It will not. Good job by Emily Chisma for Brockton there, protecting, just waiting for it to go out. And very quickly now, Brockton forcing it back up the field into Durfee's territory. Out of bounds. That's along the sideline, and it'll go out right in front of Durfee's bench. It'll be Brockton ball. Boxers will throw. That's Andrade. Another pass on up ahead. And try to take a shot and turn it in. Hooking, and it's out of bounds off of Miller, so Durfee will have the corner kick. Or they should. Julia Rumsey will head back to the corner to kick it away. Right into the hands of Miller, who makes the stop. Miller surveying the field now, will punch it away. Legged kicker there. Durfee loses possession, shot will sail over everything. That one's going to go out of bounds. Misplayed by the Boxers defender. That was Soraya Hubany. Went off her toes, kind of put Durfee in a better position. Now Durfee, Jens sending it backwards. That's a great feed toward the box, but it's going a little too far to the left. Too far out of reach. I like the idea. Just let it a little bit too far up. Batted away by Cucci. Not able to hang on to it, though, and it's going to be a corner kick for Brockton. That one coming in hot, though. Good play to make sure it just gets away from the goal. And unfortunately went out of bounds, but Cucci up the ladder to bat it away. It's still loose and now kicked out. That one went high over the net. Oh, tripped up there. Lost the footing. Now a late whistle coming in. I don't know if that was on the initial trip or not, because was able to get to her feet and start making another play, and then the whistle came. Miller kind of gets run into a bit there. Jens has one goal. She's tripped up in the box, and that should be a penalty kick. Wow. Just a corner kick. We've seen less contact in the box get called for PK in closer games than this. But Durfee not getting any home calls, as they say, tonight. Unbelievable. Good shot taken. That was Leah Dias with the shot on goal there. 10 minutes gone here in the second half. Oh, that's a great pass back, but it's off the toes of Miller and could not square up on it. It's looking like a bit of a dangerous situation there for Durfee for a moment. Along the goal line, open as that one crossed. The net was wide open, but no boxers there. Hilltoppers catch a break. Out of bounds, and it'll force a throw. Another corner kick coming here for Brockton. On the ground in the box and going out. Good pass in the box. And it is a goal. Lobbed ahead. That one trying to square it up. Goes out of bounds. Waiting on a corner kick here as the Boxers have to get down. Good kick, misses the head of the leaping Boxer. It's going to go all the way to the far side of the field. And it'll be Durfee's throw as we near the halfway mark of the second half. That one goes out wide right. Cucci backed off of it at the last second there, knowing that Durfee would get the kick here. Another corner kick. That one will go out. Ooh. Rough collision right there, but we're going to play on, apparently. in the box. Crossing, and it's going to go all the way to the other side. Miller takes a shot. And it bounces through. Eight to 1 Boxers after that latest from Miller. Coming right around the 20-minute marker. Strong throw there from Hubany. Dias clears it out of the box. Now Jens will turn on high gear here, trying to get by. Gets slowed up and tripped up. And this time earns a whistle. Not much different there than the trip in the box. But Jens getting the free kick this time. Kaya Raposo will kick it away for the Hilltoppers, right at the edge of the box on the far side. Line drive, one hopper will go to the left, missing the net entirely. And so a free kick for Brockton. High pop-up kick, landing at about the 40. Brockton on the move again. Slow it up, still in the box. The shot taken, a hot shot, and Cucci makes the play. Able to corral the rebound there. And she'll kick it away, one of her better kicks tonight as well. Nice play from Cucci. Another collision there. We haven't seen a lot of fouls. There's been some pushing and shoving a bit, some hard hits, but officials having the girls play on. Nice move there on the far side, but quickly coming in and taking it away was Wagner. Centering pass, Cucci will dive for it and holds on. It's one of the boxers kind of tripped over her. Jockeying for position there on that far side. Finally gets jarred loose, but it's the boxers who do it. Broken up. Nice play by Durfee's backline defense. Another foot race to the ball. Gomes has been very good tonight for Brockton. A chance here for the Boxers' ninth, and they got it. Amira Miranda, one-on-one, and finds the open goal, the open right side. Aubrey Gonzalo gave chase there just a little too far out of play, but a nice defensive play there for Durfee. Clear it out of the zone. Now it's close to a handball, but across the box. Trying to square up. Durfee breaks it up. 10.5 to go here at Mac Aldridge Field. Miranda in front again, takes a shot, that one just wide to the right. That one goes out of play. In front of the Durfee bench, a quick throw. That's out of bounds as well. So another throw for Durfee, this one at midfield. And that goes out. Now Brockton will have it. Big throw from Hubany. Cucci comes out to scoop. Next up for these teams, Brockton. After tonight, they will play Thursday on the road. They got an early game at Attleboro, 3:45 start. That's unusually early for a varsity game. Usually you don't see that. You don't see anything before 4 o'clock, but for whatever reason, earlier start there with Attleboro. Then home next Tuesday against Stoughton before 2 more on the road. At New Bedford on the 9th, and then on Tuesday the 14th against Fontbonne Early College of Boston, a team they already beat. They also have already beaten New Bedford. Stoughton was a 1-1 tie. Have not seen Attleboro, so that's a one and done here this season for Brockton. So that's what's up next for the Boxers. For Durfee on the other side here, 2 road games coming up. At Taunton on Tuesday, at Taunton on this Thursday, and then New Bedford is Tuesday, a week from tonight. Then they come home for 3 in a row. The 9th, the 11th, which is a Saturday, and the 14th, Fairhaven, Somerset Berkeley, and New Bedford. The Saturday game is at 1 p.m. Durfee lost to Somerset 9-1, their first meeting this season. We've hit the 5-minute marker here. Stadium clock has stopped. We'll keep our unofficial timer going for you at home as the Boxers close in here on what will be their 3rd win. Put them at 3-3-2. Shot off the toes, may have been deflected. And a rather easy play there for Cucci. Bouncing to Cucci in the box. She's going to kick it away just in time. Dias has it stopped and blocked there by Hubany. And that will roll out. 90 seconds unofficially to go here. Brockton slows it up here as Gomes gives chase. So does Gonzalez, forcing all the way to the far side. Shoulder to shoulder here. Now a centering pass, and Cucci picks it off the ground and will now throw it out. And that's the ball game. Brockton comes to Durfee here, struggling. A lot of players out today, but they take care of business on Durfee's home field. A very one-sided affair. It didn't quite start out that way, but it ended up being that way. Unfortunately, Hilltoppers still with some growing pains here as they drop to 1-5-1 here in fall 2025, and they lose their first conference game of the season as well. Unfortunately, not a whole heck of a lot to break down in this one, just more of the same, more of just really needing to get better and you know, get more experience, and that's really what it's going to take. And with a team this young, it will take some time. I think that the biggest thing is, you know, needing to find out a way to generate some offense, and that's really been the difficulty here. And we'll see, you know, how these next couple games go. I think our next game that we're slated to see the girls is the New Bedford matchup, which is, I think I said for about 2 weeks from now. So, you know, we'll see how things progress, and you know, we hope for the girls' sake that you know, they'll continue to try to get a little better each game. I mean, that's all you can ask for a very young team. Good news is a lot of these players should be around for a number of years, right? So, you know, the program certainly has a future, but to get there, you're going to undergo some growing pains, and Durfee is still dealing with that, unfortunately. So, tough one tonight for the Hilltoppers. A 9-1 loss to their Big Three rivals from Brockton, the Boxers. We will see you tomorrow from Dartmouth. We will post the link for you on our Facebook page here as DCTV streams on YouTube. The Hilltoppers traveling to face off against the Indians in field hockey, a 4 p.m. start from Dartmouth Memorial Stadium. Looking forward to the call of that one. Hope you'll join me from the road. Mike Fernandez running camera. I'm Evan Massoud. So long from Durfee.